Hi guys! Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me a little bit. My voice, as you can hear, is massively playing up. I'm not sure what's wrong. I think I've either got a frog in my throat or I think I've just got a little bit of a cold. But I'm gonna man up, I'm gonna power on through, and this next video is basically about, it's 50 random facts about me. Some of you guys have asked me to do this video, so I thought, yeah, why not? Let's go crazy. I'm gonna have to talk probably a little bit faster than normal, so I hope you guys can keep up. I used to be a tomboy massively. I used to live in literally one pair of dungarees. I'm also allergic to cheese. It absolutely sucks. I get really bad allergic reactions. I kind of go all red and horrible and bumpy and just like sick. It's really awful. I also lost about 5 stone in weight. I used to be a little bit bigger than I am now. But yeah, I basically did it over 3 years. I did it really kind of healthily, went up and down, but I guess I just liked my sweet things. And so basically I then joined Slimming World, and that was what helped me. I also look different because I used to be a natural brunette. I would no way go back to brunette in a hurry because it's taken me so long to get to this stage. Also, because I'm quite tall, I have massive feet. Well, a lot of people say they're massive feet, like size 7, which is like a European size, like I think it's 40 or 41 or something. It's not that big. They're not that big. I think if I had tiny feet with my size, I'd look ridiculous because I'd literally look like I'd got like tiny little mouse feet, and that would not be cool. I'd probably fall over all the time. My first kiss was very awkward. It was with, I think, probably my second ever boyfriend. My first boyfriend was in primary school, so my second boyfriend. And we went to the cinema. It was really awkward. It was horrible. Oh gosh. I just remember sitting in this film and then him leaning over to me and giving me the most horrific kiss. It was like kissing a washing machine, if you can imagine what that would probably be like. I can safely say I've never done that before, but it was horrific. It literally was enough to put me off it for life. My first crush was probably when I was in primary school on this boy called Richie in my first ever primary school, and we used to play football together. Yes, I did used to play football, tried to. I think I tripped over the ball a few times, you know, but it was fine. He was still impressed, and I wrote him a little love note and things like that. And then I remember he wrote on the back of our shed at primary school, RHH, 9 times on the back of the shed. I actually counted. I absolutely love making cupcakes. It's literally like an obsession. When I eat, I'm kind of a bit weird. I kind of have a certain order that I have to eat things in. So I have to eat like my veg first, then I eat my meat, and that sort of thing. It's really weird. I think it's like get the boring stuff out of the way first, all the vegetables and the healthy stuff, and then get on to the real stuff like the meat. Me and my sister are late for everything. It is ridiculous. I think we've got like a kind of joke in the family, or to other families, we're known as, like, because obviously our surname is Sheeran, it's known as Sheeran time, and literally whatever we tell you, you triple it or double it or whatever, because we're always going to be late. So I think people tell me like a couple of hours earlier. I can't cook very well. I literally live on things like soup and stuff like that, just really easy stuff. I can't think about anything worse than coming home and having to cook like a massive meal. When I was little, I actually blew up a fried egg. So it was that bad that I had to ring my dad, and I was like, Dad, literally, I've just blown up an egg. He was like, how? How can anyone do that? I peered around the corner and it literally was like, it was just an explosion in the kitchen. It was amazing. My first pet was a guinea pig, and I called him Guinea. Original, I know. My mum and dad were like, are you sure you want to call him that? I was like, yeah, definitely. Guinea was amazing. I loved him. I actually really don't like cats. I don't know why, but it's like a mutual thing. Like, I hate them, they hate me. I'm absolutely terrified of spiders. In fact, last night I was actually going to bed and literally this thing was on my bed. It was like a horse. It was massive. So I had to wake my sister up. I had spatula in hand and I was like, Becky, you need to help. I can't get into bed and there's this like horse on my bed. She was like, what? So yeah, she came and helped me to get rid of him. I went travelling for 5 months, and I went to South Asia, New Zealand and Australia, and absolutely loved it. I also lived in Sydney for a little while I was travelling. While I was travelling, a frog jumped up at me on the toilet. It was horrific. My first ever memory, which seems quite late, was actually on my 6th birthday, and I actually remember getting a karaoke machine when I was little, and yeah, playing on that, and one little pedal clapped and the other one like cheered, and so I thought I was amazing at singing, but clearly I was not. Growing up, me and my sister were literally like beavers. We just lived out in the countryside, absolutely loved it. Went and built like dams and kind of crazy dens and stuff like that. I sleep with an eye mask and earplugs. I am literally dead to the world when I go to sleep. If anyone was robbing me, I probably wouldn't have a clue, because I'm literally like eye mask on, earplugs in. You know, you're not waking me up, it's ridiculous. I am quite tall, I'm actually 5'7.5", so, and that little ½ inch is all the importance. I used to go sailing when we were little. We used to go out to Jersey quite a lot. Me and my sister actually took out a little sailing boat once, and we were cruising around, I think it was in Egypt, and we saw this fin coming towards us. I thought it was a shark. Yeah, panicked a little bit, but it turned out it was actually a dolphin. And anyway, we ended up, as it went underneath us, felt a massive bump, and yeah, didn't own up to that one, but not sure what happened to him. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's absolutely fine. I'm sure we just ran over a rock. I'm also terrified of crabs. When we were sailing, I got dressed up one day. I was only about six years old, literally dressed up to go out to dinner, walked out onto the pier and literally just carried on walking and didn't see the end. Flopped into the sea, crabs all over legs, was not cool. So now I'm officially terrified of them. They're horrible. I used to windsurf. I got up to my RYA level 3, which is your instructor's level. When I was little, I got folded up in a deck chair. Awkward. It was not cool. It was just, I don't know what happened. I was just chilling. All of a sudden, got folded up. All my fingernails fell off. My mum and dad used to give me brandy when I was little, when I was a baby, to try and probably get me to sleep. So I think that's maybe why I don't like brandy anymore. I have absolutely no sense of direction whatsoever. As a kid, I used to fall over all the time. I was really accident prone, but I actually used to fall over without putting my hands down. So I'd literally face plant the floor. That's caused me a few injuries. One of which is, if you can see, and here I've got a chipped tooth. You might not be able to see it, but basically I ran into a lamppost when I was little. Awkward. Even now I still walk into stuff though. It's ridiculous, especially at night when I get up to go to the toilet or whatever, but I'm constantly walking into doors. It's like I have no judgment at all. I just walk into everything inside. It's ridiculous. I try and stay fit. I try to go to the gym about 5 times a week. I actually do pole dancing, which sounds horrific probably to some people, but it is purely for fitness reasons. I don't do it for any other reasons. I'm just putting that out there now. But it is literally, it works everything. I did a session 2 days ago and I'm still feeling it today. I absolutely hate flying. I actually held up a roller coaster once just to fix my eyelash because it was going to come off. So the guy said, yeah, that's fine. Didn't realise it was full. I once adopted an elephant when I was little. I now have 2 guinea pigs. They're called Beef and Patch. I used to be really shy back in my tomboy days. My favourite colour is pink. The sound of swallowing, literally, I cannot stand it. I don't know what is wrong with me, but it's when people are drinking and then you hear that gulping. Oh, it makes me feel sick. I have a massive sweet tooth, but I also hate spicy food. Absolutely hate it. Don't know why. If I go to an Indian, I'll order a korma. I think it might have been heightened since I had an operation. This is why I sound quite husky a lot of the time. I don't smoke or anything like that. It's literally, I was getting acid reflux. In the end, had to cut a long story short, had to have part of my stomach wrapped around my throat. So that's always lovely. I always pee at night. I hardly ever pee during the day. It's really weird. But literally at night, I would get up at least, I've counted at least 17 times. I'm also really close to my mum and sister. We try and go on holiday every year. We try and spend as much time together as we can. I think it's really important. And just the 3 girls, we're so close. My mum's like my friend rather than just my mum. She's great. In the future, I'd really love to live in America. I would absolutely love it. I just love the weather, the lifestyle, the people. Everyone seems so happy, and the food portions. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. I love doing the classic fish hook with my sister. It's the dance move. You kind of whip out your rod in a club. Oh yes, and then you, like, the other one catches it and then you reel them in like that. While I was travelling, even though I'm terrified of heights, I did a skydive from 14,000 feet. Most scary thing I've ever done in my life, but it was absolutely incredible. I'm obsessed with granola. And finally, I believe that everything happens for a reason. I hope you've learned a little bit more about my life and about me. And yeah, I will love you and leave you, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.